Join me in the man cave today. We're going to talk about why I won't ride that bike. Well, it's not that I don't ride anymore, but I'm just going to tell you some reasons that I don't always get a chance to ride. Now, I like to ride just as much as the rest of you guys that have motorcycles, and I do take every opportunity that I can to enjoy a little bit of wind in my face. But around here, there's a lot of other things going on too that don't always give me the opportunity to ride. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. I was raised, my dad raised me with a pretty hard work ethic. You don't get anything for free, you got to work for it. And there's no shortage of work around here. Just keeping up this acreage around here is a job, and we like it to look nice. We take pride in what we have. Now, if I was to spend every day out off riding somewhere like I did when I was younger, I wouldn't get any of this stuff done, and everything would go to decay. I wouldn't have it as nice as I have it right now. When I was a bit younger, I would go on every ride I could go on, every poker run, I'd ride the bike to work every day. I'd ride it after work. On the weekends, I'd go on poker runs. I'd go to the rallies. I'd go to the Easy Riders Rodeo. I would go to Sturgis. I would go to Laconia. I went to Washington, D.C. for Rolling Thunder numerous times. And I was always riding. But I didn't have all of this that I have today. As you guys know, I've been working on the house quite a bit this summer. I put preservative on the entire front porch, the railings, the posts, the steps, everything. And now I've been working on the log siding, which this whole side is done. Finished that the other day. And it was no easy task, climbing up and down the ladders to get that done. But the house takes a lot of maintenance, and when you got a log house, you got to maintain it. If you don't, it can go to decay pretty quick. And you'll see like what I got going on right here. This log's going to have to be replaced, and I'm going to do that pretty soon here once the weather cools down a bit more. I'm going to cut that rotted section out and put a new log in there. Our pond is a really unique feature to this property. It's about 1/3 of an acre of a pond. Almost, well, not quite a half acre. It's about 13-14 foot deep out in the middle. And this pond is our cistern or our water source for the house. Yeah, this water gets pumped into the house, and it goes through a purification process, and we drink it. But it takes a lot of maintenance to keep a pond this nice. I keep the shoreline all trimmed up nice with my weed eater, keep the weeds down. You'll see these weeds that are out in the water. They've been treated and they should die off here pretty soon. It's a constant battle. I also have to put safe chemicals in there to keep the seaweed down and the algae. And then I have to control the cattails in the back there. I like to leave the cattails back in that corner for the wildlife, the frogs and stuff, and the red-winged blackbirds. That's their territory. They nest in that stuff, and boy, if you walk back there, they go nuts. But if I didn't control that, it would take over around the whole pond. So I've left it right in that size, and I've maintained it in that size for quite a few years, and it's a nice wildlife resource back there. Just replaced the dock last year. That was a pretty big project, getting the old dock out, tearing it apart, hauling it out, and building the new dock and getting it put in. The garden didn't fare well too good this summer because of the heavy rains that we had, but we were able to get some tomatoes, some zucchini, some squash, and oddly, I see a couple of zucchinis in there right now. I'm going to have to go harvest. We picked all the jalapenos that we wanted, but you can see there's still tons of red ones on the bush there, and they just produce proliferantly, and we just can't use them all. the sunflowers are starting to fall over, and I'm not sure if they just fell over on their own weight, but sometimes the raccoons will get in there, pull them down on the ground so that they can eat the seeds out of them. We've got a whole bunch of different strains of sunflower, all different colors and types, small ones and great big ones. Some people ask about this doghouse. We've kept it and maintained it all the years just in case, we would ever get another dog. But we also have these trails that run through our property. Really nice trails, and the deer like to use them. Other animals like to use them, so we maintain those. Now, aside from just mowing grass and keeping that down every week or two, which is a big job. I mean, it'll take me a good day just to get the mowing and trimming done. V likes to help with that. She doesn't always, but when she does, it's a big help. We can get it done a little quicker. And then if I want to weed whack or weed eat, like around the pond and a few other areas out by the road, the ditch line and stuff, that adds another couple hours that I have to extend into the following day. And not only cutting grass around here, but fighting back these wood lines. I mean, you'll see my wood line is way over here. And this stuff is growing out. And if I don't keep cutting it back, I'll eventually lose my yard. So that's another job. In this section here I haven't gotten to yet, but it definitely needs trimmed back. It just keeps pushing out. I mean, look, when I mow, I'm actually mowing through all this brush here that needs all clipped backs. That's a good part of a day, just going around borders and cutting back brush. Now, there's another reason that I don't always ride my motorcycle, and that's because we go camping. And when we go camping in this thing, it's not a toy hauler, so we don't take the motorcycle with us. And we wouldn't want to either, because when we go camping, we like to camp. We set this thing up, we get cozy in here, we get a campfire going outside. I love cooking over the campfire. We both love sitting out by the campfire, especially at night when it cools down, and just looking up and seeing the stars. And those kind of things you can't do on the motorcycle. I mean, if we took this and set up camp and then jumped on the motorcycle and took off, then we wouldn't be camping, would we? We'd be riding the motorcycle. So, yeah, camping's a big priority with us. And we've got a few more camping trips coming up before winter. So we're looking forward to that extremely. And then lastly, a very important reason why I don't always ride is because of my wife. Now, you guys know from watching previous videos that V has been fighting small cell lung cancer for 3 years now, and she's doing actually phenomenal. She's blowing the statistics out the window, because many people who have had small cell lung cancer, even people that were diagnosed the same time she was, they're unfortunately have deceased quite a while ago. And V's doing strong. She's fighting this, and fortunately we have a really good doctor too. But in order to fight this disease, we're always going in for her treatments, for her appointments, for scans. She comes first, and I want to be by her side when she goes through all this. Now, back, I think it was around 1998, when I was experiencing some very serious health problems. I ended up in the hospital having major surgery. They told me I had 3 years left to live. And I spent a lot of lonely days in the hospital by myself, wondering where my partner was and why she wasn't with me holding my hand, why she wasn't there reading to me or just comforting me in my misery. But the times that she was there were short and far and few. And that made me really sad. That just kind of broke my heart. Because, you know, when you find somebody that you love and you commit to them, it's for sickness and health, and you stick by their side. And that didn't happen with me, and yeah. So I wouldn't do that to anybody, and I won't do it to V. I'm going to be by her side no matter what. I love her dearly, and I wouldn't want to see her go through this alone. So I support her, and I really do think that my support, along with the support from the best doctors in the country and her positive thinking, has kept her going strong. In fact, we got a bike ride coming up here. We may take the camera along with us, I think in another week or so. Looking forward to that. So those are some of the reasons why I don't always ride. And it doesn't mean we don't ride, because we do ride and we do love to ride. But priorities come first. So I have no regrets about not being able to ride all the time. I would love to put my heart and soul into this thing and spend all my money on it, putting chrome and custom stuff on it, and you know, no, I've got other things to put my ambitions into, and it pays off, and it's worth every minute of it. I think V and I live a pretty good full life, and through the grace of God, we have been blessed, just miraculously, just incredibly blessed. We're a couple of very happy people, and we're very much committed to each other. Well, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully we'll see you out on the road. Give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll keep you posted with more good videos. Till next time, cats, ride hard and die free.